before and after?
Yes.
Group before.
Oh, boring.
A little dark. But it is a good building block. You can do pretty much anything
to it. It is the foundation. Everybody obviously had those.
I mean, the after picture of our audience really shows that. There's pops of color, there's blazers, there's jackets, there's sweaters, there's cardigans, there's groovy hats, there's bags, important statement pieces of jewelry. So explain what we're looking at. Are there certain categories to the third piece?
There are many different categories to the third piece. And I always say when you get dressed, when men get dressed, they put on their dress slacks and they put on a shirt. That third piece for them would be their blazer. It would be a vest. It would be a cardigan. For women, you do the same thing. We're not talking about a dress. I'm talking about your slacks and maybe a crisp white dress shirt or a black t-shirt.
Right.
The third piece. Let's talk about third piece number one. It's reimagining things. I love the concept of taking that cardigan and making something different out of it. It's being creative. Most women just put the cardigan on. I love it. It's a staple.
Right.
Freshens up your wardrobe. But be creative and do what we did here with Brianna. And why not turn the cardigan backwards? You look great coming in. It's a pop of color. We turn all the way around. Look at the button detailing. And it just adds a little more detailing. It's just really fun, and it's a great way to freshen up your existing wardrobe.
I like that, and it's about rethinking things you already own instead of buying new stuff.
Right. Or, in the audience, we have Kelly, and I took her cardigan, and I wrapped it up and made it into a scarf.
Oh, that looks great. You made an infinity scarf.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So what's great?
And the color is very pretty on her as well. The color's really sharp.
That blue is so on trend, so when you're out and about, and your neck's cold, put the scarf on, put the cardigan on as a scarf. When it gets chilly, you just put the cardigan on. It's 2-in-1. It's amazing. Who would think like that?
You.
Thank you. All right. Next up, I love every woman in her wardrobe needs a great statement necklace. And it's just that. It makes a statement when you walk in. It's that third and final piece. Statement necklace, fantastic. But why not reimagine it, right?
Why not? We imagine it, you wascally rabbit.
So what we did, Rachel, is I have Jennifer here, and as we saw on the award season red carpet, Lupita Nyong'o had that wonderful little headband. Why don't you take your statement necklace and just turn it into a little headband on your head? It's cute,
A lot
fresh,
of people do
young.
this now.
I just love that.
Yeah.
It's just really on trend, and it's fun. And it takes the statement necklace from here to here, or what you do is you take your great necklace and you use it as a belt. Where's Isabel? Okay, that is a necklace that I wrapped around as a belt.
I have a lot of long necklaces that I could do that with too.
And you can take the long necklaces and you can attach them and then wrap them around.
You could get extenders, you could do all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Who thinks like that? Okay.
You do.
And then finally, the must-have accessory for every woman, which is the best third piece, and a great way to freshen up your wardrobe. You can do a multicolor scarf. You can do a solid color scarf. Get a long rectangular scarf.
You could do so much with it.
And use it like we did here on Deborah. And I made an obi sash.
You could turn it into a belt. It's a blankie when you're on an airplane. Whenever I travel, I always travel with a long rectangular scarf because it's my blankie.
And all you do is you wrap it around this way, you pull it back around, and you tie it into a little sash. Simple and easy, or you throw it into your hair and you use it as a headscarf, which is very simple and very easy. Where's Tina?
Where's Tina? She has one.
It's just fun and fresh.
Yeah, Tina looks great too. Adorable.
So just take your wardrobe and be creative and always think of different ways
to
utilize
tip, right?
what you always have.
Looking at what you have instead of going out and buying more of what you may not need. But of course, you didn't have their closets to work with today, so we have our friends over at Century 21 Department Store to thank for sending over, well, third pieces for everyone in the entire audience. Of course, everybody gets to keep all the stuff. All of your third pieces go home with our audience. Everybody looks really lovely. And now we gotta make another hit on the book now that it's here and in person. Lawrence Zarian's 10 Commandments for a Perfect Wardrobe. I love that Regis wrote your foreword. And I proudly made the back of the book as well.
I know, but wait, I'm gonna say this. I've been in this business for a while, and it's amazing when you call in your favors, and there are certain people that said yes right away, Regis Philbin, and you didn't even miss a beat, and you said yes. So, thank you.
You've been such a friend to the show, and you've helped so many of our viewers.
And
Tell everybody about this book.
I've been doing makeovers for 15 years, and every woman in the dressing room, when they're going through their changes and they're looking at themselves in the mirror, they're always saying, I don't like my boobs, look at the size of my butt, my belly's too big, and all of that. They're always destroying themselves.
Negative, negative, negative.
I always say, look in the mirror and celebrate who you are. Love what you see. So like this book is filled with the must-have tips. I give you the entire pieces that every woman needs for her wardrobe, but also I do a lot of insight.
Confidence building.
Confidence building. It's a lot of what you were talking about with Jane earlier.
Get yourself out of the rut. Stop being so negative.
So take me home with you.